Hey, and welcome to the channel. My name is Quax, specifically Quax2100, and this video is a time lapse of a drawing I did live on my Twitch channel, where I was drawing the character, Ghostbur from the DreamSMP. So this video is basically just me talking about the process I went through, some small hiccups that happened on the stream and while I was drawing, and me just talking about the DreamSMP. So yeah, I think that's the basic gist of things. Also, there's a study that shows if you subscribe to Quacks 2100, you are a very cool person. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you right now. You are a very cool person. But if you're not, then that's okay. You can still join the Cool Persons Club by just subscribing. So, just subscribe. Hit that red button down there. It's free, and I'll wait. Okay? Alright, I'm just gonna assume you did it. Anyway, oh yeah, and one more thing. A big spoiler warning for the events in the DreamSMP, as I talk about very big events that happen. So if you really want to avoid me talking about it and you want to learn about the story, or you already know about the story and you just don't care, then stick around. But if you don't want to be spoiled, then I think you should avoid this video up until you're caught up with it. Anyway, here's the video, and I really hope you enjoy. So, as I said before, I did this drawing on my Twitch channel, and if you want to see me do more drawings like this, or just play games, I'm currently playing Ace Attorney Investigations 2, and a lot of big brain moments are happening on that stream, while I'm streaming that game. So if that seems interesting to you, you can just search up my name, Quax2100, on the Twitch channel, or you can click on the link on my banner, that's also there too. And I just really appreciate it if you join in. I have a lot of fun doing streams, and I hope you have fun trying to deal with like my high energy and chill energy at the same time. Anyway, here's the rest of the video now. So basically, it's kind of hard to describe what the DreamSMP is fully. But basically what it is, it's a survival multiplayer server which was created by Dream, but instead of it just being a survival multiplayer server on Minecraft, it actually has a lot of role-playing elements to it. A lot of characters, towns, functions are all created in this fictional world, and it's very interesting, like very interesting. And I think out of all the characters, I think my favorite has to be Ghostbur. So Ghostbur is, from what I've seen, a reincarnation of Wilbur after he was slain by Philza after he was slain by Philza. And he comes back as this nicer, more carefree person than his previous incarnation. He doesn't do anything, he doesn't really hurt anyone, he's just nice to people, and he gives out blue. He's a very nice person. But, I think it happened in December. That was when Dream and Technoblade were threatening to destroy L'Manberg, and rightfully they did. They utterly destroyed it and left a huge crater, just like where everything was. So when Ghostbur found out the news, he was really sad about it, and he talked to Philza about it, and he just goes to show he was absolutely devastated that his home was destroyed. So yeah, and I'm gonna talk more about like that whole conversation. I used it in a really cool way. But anyway, that's the basic synopsis of the DreamSMP and Ghostbur's character. So for my sketching plans, I actually got inspiration from this image I saw on Pinterest with this lady with a lot of neon signs on her, and I thought it looked very cool. So I wanted to use something similar to that, and just use very vibrant and bright colors in contrast with very dark and moody colors. So I wanted this piece to be very moody, not really depressing per se, but just like very moody, very sad, because Ghostbur is just looking sad because of what happened to L'Manberg. So yeah, that's the basic gist of my inspiration. So I just got to work doing the sketching and yada yada yada. But during this moment, I actually had a lot of trouble drawing his ear. I was just trying to figure out, oh, maybe if I draw it this way, this could help, or maybe adding another line could help. Because drawing ears is just like really difficult for me. I mean, I think that's like the hardest thing I find to draw because they're so complex. They have so many different shapes, lines, and it just gets so hard to try and draw all of it, especially when you're trying to be detailed. So I tried my best to draw it. So I think it turned out good. And another thing I had a lot of trouble drawing was Wilbur's hair, cause geez, that was also very hard. Cause when I was looking at my references, it was really hard to kind of find out how to draw it, cause it kept going in like a lot of different directions. I tried this one thing out where I had his hair kind of spike out in one direction, but it didn't really look too good. I thought I liked it, but it didn't look so good. So I erased it and I kept trying multiple times up until I finally got the look I was going for. So yeah. I think I was really feeling like giving him like anime hair. As you can see, I was trying to just go for something really spiky, which is actually really ironic because like in his You Laugh You Lose videos, he always says that like anime isn't allowed. Should I try and do all the rules? Let me see. So there's rule 1, no boomers. Rule 2, no zoomers. Rule 3, no weaves, I think. Rule 4, Marvel. Anyway, yeah. I can't remember the rest of the rules, but anyway. So I think I just added a lot of spikes to his hair. And I think it just, I mean, I think it looked fine. It's just that it just didn't fit his whole aesthetic and such. So I discarded that. And then I tried it again. And I tried to kind of connect it at the end where the like strands of hair beneath. That also didn't work out too well. And later on, I also tried to I then tried to add like these kind of messy kind of strands, but it didn't. It looked very disconnected. So I didn't. That hair, yeah, the hair just took such a long time. It took me like 3 times to finally get into it. So I think after that, ultimately, that's when I gave him a lot better looking hair. I just tried to draw it very simply and then just add little spikes here and there. And I think that looked, that definitely looked a lot better. Like it looked a lot better, as you can see. I think just going simple was the way to go. Because I think if I did go too complex, then it just would look too complex without actually being anything. I left this kind of weird texture on his hair because I thought it looked cool at the time, but I think it just looked really distracting because I didn't want like his hair to be like the main objective. I wanted people to see his face first. So I think later on I erased it. I mean, it didn't really matter much because I was gonna put a beanie on him, but still, that's also something I wanted to point out. And also, there's not really too much I can talk about here. This is just where I started drawing his face a lot more and just trying to get his emotions down. This was also pretty hard, but not too difficult. It was just like trying to have his emotions show like the actual emotions I wanted to show. But apart from that, that's basically about it. And oh geez, and I think it didn't really matter because afterwards I just decided to put a beanie on him. I like the beanie on him though. I think it looked really cute. And yeah, also another thing that I have to mention was that my Wi-Fi went out I think a couple of times, so the stream was lagging like a lot. So if the video kind of cuts, if it loses its flow, then that's why. Because I had to cut out some of the parts because like there were just these moments where the screen kept flashing in and out and in and out, and it just didn't look good. And during this moment, I think I was just fixing up some things. So I was fixing up the beanie, and then I think right about around this moment, this is when like my internet started bugging out like a lot. Actually, funny story about this was that I tried to originally edit this on iMovie, and each time I put the videos in, it just froze. Like, it just froze. So it took such a long time to edit all these videos down. I don't know if it was just that iMovie was weak or it just these videos were too long. Either way, it wasn't a nice process. And when it came to exporting it, it said that there was like a frame which didn't work properly. So it just reset and took out all that it kept all my videos, but it just stopped all the progress from exporting. I tried a lot of things, and it just wasn't working. So um, I just thought of just like recording the video inside the video editor, and that's what I did. So that's how, yeah, you guys are able to see the time lapse in the first place. Big brain moments right there. But yeah, just iMovie was just a pain to work with. Like I just tried so many different video editors, and all of them had watermarks in them. I don't even know if they were gonna work, but it just wasn't working. I tried this one editor, which actually looked really nice, but it also ran into the same problem where each time I tried to render it, it just offed itself. Oh boy, yeah, this was very hard to do. And there's this other moment where I had to leave to do something, and I left like this BRB text right on it, right? But when I came back, I forgot that I still had the text on there, so it stayed for a good amount of time. But luckily, I noticed it, so I took it down quickly. Can't say the same for my latest stream though. That was it was not good. Okay, so now I move on to my inking and the coloring. I'm gonna start off with inking, obviously. So I thought I'd just use my normal ink pen just to make it look as smooth as possible, but then I had the idea of maybe using the chalk pen. I decided on using the chalk pen because it had a really nice texture to it, and I was still shaky about it at first, but I started to love it more because it looked very, very nice. Just the texture it gave off was really good, so I used the chalk pen, or the chalk tool, sorry, my chalk brush to draw the line art for Wilbur, and I think that's about it when it comes to the line art. When it came to the color palette, I actually created this color palette from this website that I use for all my color palettes whenever I'm having trouble trying to come up with color palettes. It's called coolers.net, something like that. I'll put like the link in the description if you're interested, but that's what I had in mind. I created this very neon looking color palette, and I think it worked very well. Okay, so with all of the inking done, yeah, the inking was definitely the easiest part about it because or I like to call it inking, but I think it's more like line art. So I think line art will be a better way of explaining it. But so with the line art done, it was time to move on to the coloring, and I think this has to be my favorite part about the piece because you'll see soon. You'll see real soon. So I started off by making the background as dark as possible by using the darkest color there. And I also used this technique I got from Lavender Town's video where she used a base color. I don't know how to describe it properly, but basically what she did was that she got like a base color and she put that at the base of the palette, and she put other colors on that palette to see how well it looked. And I thought that was a really cool idea, so I used it to my advantage, and I think later on you'll see how it looks. I think it looked magnificent. Anyways, so I used a lot of the bright colors to get these nice looking neon lights in to just give it a little pop, as I said before, just to make it look very bright and vibrant. And I was gonna go crazy with the lights, but I think I wanted to keep it very discreet because I think if I added more, they definitely look like a neon sign, which is not what I wanted to do. So yeah, I think that's about it for that. And when it came to like his side shadow, what I did was I put these little pencil markings. So I did do this before. You might have noticed me doing it, but I put these little pencil markings on the side just to see how the shading would look. I liked it, but I thought that maybe it'll look better with color, so I saved it for later. Then boom, this is how it looks, and it looks very nice. So that's about it for my coloring methods, and yeah. So, and then the last thing I needed to do was to add Ghostbur's monologue when he was talking with Filza somehow. I still didn't know how to add it. So instead, I just went to the YouTube. So I just searched up the clip, and that's where I got all the words for all the words that Wilbur. That's where I got Wilbur's monologue, and I have to say, it was very good. Like, it was so good. Oh my goodness. Like, oh my god, I still can't believe that like people using Minecraft in this way. It's not that DreamSMP isn't like the first roleplay server. There definitely were more that were out there, but like one at this scale, at this magnitude, it's just so awesome to see. And I feel like maybe they're kind of having this moment where they'll probably inspire other creators to do something similar to that, and that's just really exciting to me. Anyway, Wilbur's acting skills are great. He's a very great person. Listen to his music too. Go stream all his new music. Can't wait for his new song to come out. Anyway, so yeah, I think this part was a bit hard, just tedious, but it wasn't really that difficult. It was just typing up the words. But what was hard was trying to find a way to display the text in a creative way, because I thought that like if I just put the text normally, then that would look pretty boring. But then when I tried to mess with things, it just didn't look that great. What my plan was to kind of draw like a visor, like how like there's like a thing that surrounds itself and there's all that information. I wanted to kind of draw it like that, when like all this information is kind of hovering over his body. I thought that would have been really cool, but yeah, I kept trying and trying. I guess I got close, but it didn't look too good. And when I uploaded it onto my Instagram art account page, which you should also follow, by the way, I post a lot of great art. But yeah, I posted on my Instagram art page, and it didn't look too good there either. Like, it just didn't. Like, the text wasn't that readable. So instead, I just had to edit out the text to look better, and you'll see that at the end of the stream. But I think apart from that, that's all there was to this whole thing. It was a lot of fun to draw this art piece, and it was just really fun just to do it. I just had a lot of fun just trying out these new things. I've never drawn anything with like a chalk pen, with a chalk brush before, so this was really cool. And using this color palette was also really cool too. It really achieved what I wanted to achieve, and it just looks amazing. It may look simple, but I just love the way it turned out. And yeah, so I think that's about it. So to close this off, we'll have a memorial for L'Manberg. And just stick around for another message from me. But until then, here is the salute of L'Manberg.
My L'Manberg, my L'Manberg, my L'Manberg, my L'Manberg.
Hey again, this is just a quick message from me. Thank you so much for watching throughout the whole video. I really appreciate it. This is just like the start of my own YouTube channel. I'm not sure how to start it off. I spent so much time trying to work on this. Editing is also fun, but very time consuming. But yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video through the end. I have a really cool. I'm having another DreamSMP type video coming out soon. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But as of right now, I don't have too many ideas. But yeah, I'll be in touch with you. You'll see my new videos. Or just my new video ideas. Sorry, I'm just rambling here. But yeah. So thank you so much for watching this video yet again. And be sure to join the Cool Person Club, or whatever I called it at the beginning of the video. And yeah, I'll catch you guys cooking in the next video. Alright, peace!